The view is magnificent. The drinks and atmosphere are exquisite. The vibe mellow. And for one night only at the R Lounge in Times Square, the appetizer, entree, and dessert will include the soulful, well, I'll let you see for yourself. Mary C., a true New Yorker, comes from a family of entertainers, so maybe it's in her bloodline that makes her look and sound like such a professional. But as we chat, I discovered she was a shy kid, and it wasn't too long ago that she decided to take her singing career seriously. What was the point when you said, okay, I'm going to push through and I'm going to do this, I'm going to be a singer?
It was probably my senior year. I was really starting to kind of come out of my shell. I think growing up, like I said, I grew up in an entertainment industry family. My mom is a performer, my mom's a singer, my brother's an actor. So I always grew up around entertainers, movie sets, shows, whatever it was. And I think I just went through like a phase where I was really, really shy. And then when I got to high school, you know, no longer big fish in a little pond. You're now amongst amazing talent. So I kind of even went a little bit more into my shell. And even some of my best friends to this day had no idea that I could sing until after high school. That's how shy I was.
In order for Mary to show everyone, including her family, of what she was capable of, she gathered everyone for a special preview.
So I booked my first show myself. I called up the club, Sweet 16 at the time. That was the name of the club. It was like in Chelsea, and I auditioned musicians, I put together a band, and I basically just told my friends and family to show up. I was like, I got it, just show up.
And it was a big surprise.
And yeah, I mean, people were like, what?
Once Mary made her debut, there was no stopping her. She wrote and produced songs and even formed her own band, The Stellars. As an independent artist, Mary explains her days can be quite exhausting.
Starting from the time I wake up, walk the dogs, feed the dogs, get ready, go to work if I'm working that day. On my breaks, I'm taking calls, I'm dealing with booking agents, I'm booking shows, I'm dealing with, we have an awesome new team member, which is part of my company, which is Chantress Music. So we have fortunate enough to have an amazing production coordinator working with us right now who really helps handle the day-to-day with me. I also have a manager. But it's a lot of on the phone, emails, reaching out to, you know, publicists, booking agents, clubs in the city, auditioning, you know, musicians, because we're growing. Stellars are growing. We just added a horn section. You know, on the phone with audio mixers who are finishing tweaks of the album, coordinating photo shoots, interviews. There's a lot, and then going to a sound check for a show, rehearsals for shows. You know, there's a lot that goes in, but I love it.
Your music. There was particularly one song that I really liked you talked about. You even introduced it as, you said, people who have dreams.
Oh, okay.
So what was your inspiration behind that song?
Behind that song was I mean, literally the lyrics kind of like explain itself, but it's called Off the Line. And it was really, look, I write from my own experiences. I always say that my songs are literally like diary entries.
Okay.
And that song I wrote, you know, a couple of years ago actually. It's not off the new album, it's off my previous album, Off the Line. But it was really kind of talking about, you know, you're working a job, you hate your job. Like, regardless of what you're doing 9 to 5, not to lose sight of the bigger picture.
So what is the bigger goal for Mary C? Well, with one album under her belt and another one on the way, Mary is shopping for a record deal. I'm sure, just like me and most of her fans are wondering, what's taking so long?
I really think a lot of this business and music and kind of everything coming together is pieces of the puzzle. It all needs to fit at the same time. And I have to honestly say, I'm in a place right now where musically, I feel like I'm where I should be.
Okay.
My sound is definitely my own right now. I own it. And what I mean by that is I think, you know, my previous work, while I love it and I think it's great, it served its purpose for what it was. But I don't think that that was necessarily the artist that I was supposed to be in terms of sound. So I think even if I had a deal maybe a couple of years ago, it wouldn't have been the right situation. But I think now it's a different time.
Mary's time is definitely approaching, and with all her hard work, she will be ready when it arrives. The moral of this survivor story: if you want people to take your dreams seriously, spend less time talking about it and more time showing them. This is your survivor specialist, Mo, and you're watching MoTVWorld.com.